It has a little hidden secret. If you're worried about being on the water and having the wind kick up or taking a wave on the head, it has an integrated chin strap. Ooh, I know, pretty crazy. My name is Austin Robbs. I am the Director of Equipment and Accessories at Patagonia. I am here today to do an EDC dump with our friends at Huckberry. I'm a product director at Patagonia, which means that I get to sit on the team that designs and develops new products. My job is to get to know the market, get to know what's going on out there, and help the designers and developers bring their incredible ideas to reality. What I've chosen for this trip is the Terravia 40-liter pack. This is one of the larger packs that we make. And usually I sort of tend towards the more functional, a little bit more technical side of things versus trying to make the more business professional side work. I chose the 40-liter bag for a couple of reasons. One, it's got some really good external pockets here. So big stretch side pockets, big dump pocket in the front here, the zip pocket on the top. It's got hip belt pockets. So if I'm on the go, I've got exactly what I need at hand. I can find it quickly. 40 liters is a really big bag. And because it's a roll top, you can really hide all that extra volume. And it also has like a pretty built shoulder harness and back panel. So it's got a little wire frame in here. So when I do actually load this thing down with a bunch of weight, if we're hiking into where we're gonna be for the day, it's gonna be able to handle that. Definitely more technical, a little more techy than your standard pack. That's one of the things I love about it, is that it stretches into that other activity and allows us to take one bag and get a lot out of it. Inside of this bag here, first and foremost, on a rainy day like today, always have a raincoat on hand. This is the dual aspect jacket. This one is from our ice climbing series. So it's a little bit more rowdy than the standard super packable raincoat. It's got a few more pockets. Something that one of our ambassadors showed me a few years ago that I just use almost every day is if you fold these jackets up, they can roll up real nicely, tuck into the hood, and then use the hood cinch to manage it. Gives you the ability to have something warm without having to pack a bunch of bulky items. The next thing that is in my bag that I take everywhere is such an overlooked item, is a Turkish towel. They absorb tons of moisture. This one is a prototype that we are working on at Patagonia. It is a blend of 30% hemp and the rest is organic cotton. Next item in here is this hat. This is called the Merganser hat. It's one of my favorites. We invented it on a surf trip. It has a crushable foam brim, which makes it way more comfortable. It also makes it so that it floats. Lightweight nylon top here that's got a little bit of stretch, just nice comfort to it, but good UPF protection here. Adjustable back so that you can cinch it down. I carry a coffee mug and a water bottle pretty much everywhere I go. I like this one in particular because I dropped it at some point. I think it was on a rock climbing trip in Yosemite, and now it landed right in the perfect spot for a thumb groove here. So thanks to the people at Mizu who made this bottle, and thanks to whoever tossed it to me and my inability to catch. And then I really love this mirror coffee mug. It kind of fits everywhere. It fits in cup holders, which a lot of coffee mugs these days don't. And that's a huge pet peeve of mine. And also it has a really nice seal on here. So I can flip this over. I can just dump it in a bag. It's not gonna spill even though it does have liquid in it. Next thing in the bag here is my size medium packing cube. I arrive where I'm going, pull this thing out, and then the backpack's all cleared up and ready for me to go on a hike or go explore the river or whatever it is. It just gives me the ability to like pivot from one to the other really quickly. It's pretty water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it keeps most things out. And this is my recommendation for anybody who needs to get a gift for a new parent, because you can fit diapers on one side, wipes on the other, and then a full change of clothes. And then you can, with great confidence, get out of your house, which what I'm discovering as a new parent is the biggest challenge, is getting across that threshold, man. A couple things that are in this cube that I pretty much always take. Number one is the Early Rise Snap from Patagonia. It's a lightweight 100-gram fleece shirt. So that all of those things are super important because fleece is a really efficient insulator. It's also really, really breathable. Has these huge front drop-in pockets and a zip pocket. It's that one little warm piece that goes on the tropical trips. It's part of the layering strategy on all the snow trips. I know this thing is gonna have my back. Next thing in the cube is the outdoor everyday short, my nerdy dad shorts. You can tell by the incredible sun fading that these are legitimately my favorite shorts that I wear all the time. I love them because of the durability. They're a little bit toothier, a little heavier of a material, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4 ceiling pockets plus a back pocket. I've worn these so much that I broke the zipper off of the back pocket here, so I cut that thing out and I sewed it back. Next item of business, also in said packing cube, is the lightweight hooded sun shirt. These things are taking over my whole kit. Skiing, surfing, even trail running, hiking, you name it. You know, having a shirt that's got a copious hood, it's big enough to fit all the way over the front of your hat, and you can button it up and close things down if it's windy. A ton of sun protection, even a little bit of wind protection. Nice sort of oversized shirt that dries quickly. This one is made out of our Cap Cool Daily material. Really love this piece for how versatile and how many different places I've worn this. Next thing to come out of the bag here is our removable laptop caddy or laptop sleeve. It's big enough for a 17-inch laptop. We don't sell it on its own. It comes in our Refugio bag. So if you're looking for a daily carry bag, this thing's a pretty amazing value add to them. For the same reason I pack everything in this cube, and when I get to where I'm going, if I don't need that clothing or that extra bit of garments, I can pull this cube out and go. And also I don't have to worry about like, what pocket is the computer connector in? Like that doesn't exist. It's all here. The way this thing is set up, it sits down in your bag this direction, makes it super easy so that you need to grab your laptop out from the top, you can. And then you've got these 2 drop-in pockets. So I've got some Jabra headphones there, Post-it notes, stickers. You encounter plenty of opportunities where the local water source doesn't taste great. A little mint tea will help remedy that. And then down in this bag, a couple things that I think are super important. Number one, this little fella. This is the Wornwear repair kit. We developed it based on just trying to get people involved in the act of fixing things, right? So these come with a little bit of thread, 2 needles, and some gear repair tape. You know, this kind of stuff. These are little stickers that if you poke a hole in your bag or your jacket or whatever, peel the sticker on, stick it onto the item, and it'll seal, it'll cure in like 10 or so hours, so kind of overnight. And it'll be good as new. That thing is on there forever. And you have a little badge of honor in there. If you're like me and you're kind of constantly tinkering with your gear, it's not like good ideas come exploding out of us fully formed. We're always just messing with things and making them 5% better and 5% better and 5% better. And having the ability to do that on the fly allows us to like iterate and change things and get excited about things, prove that they don't work, and then mash all those ideas together when we get back to the lab. This laptop sleeve does carry a 17-inch MacBook Pro. This is 80% of the weight that I carry with me in any one particular day. This thing's a beast, but I do love that the battery pretty much always lasts for 3 days. The last pocket that I have here to unpack is a little accessory pocket at the top of this pack. A couple things in there that I pretty much always take with me. This is the little Rezip stasher bag. It's one of those silicone reusable plastic bags. I kind of scoffed at the idea of traveling with my own little Ziploc bag, but man, I have found a use for it everywhere. It's leftovers, it's sandwiches. I mean, I'm very rarely not trying to get out for an entire day. So having an ability to pack up some food, throw it in the bag, and bring it with me is, I use it every time, so I might as well prepare for it kind of thing. I have a volet strap. So a ski strap, you know, these are pretty standard items in the ski world. This one is actually made out of recycled TPU. So first proto of whether or not we'll be able to bring these to market, we'll see. Just a super useful item that kind of comes up as you're going through trying to adventure a little bit. And then sunglasses. I love these Costa Del Mar sunglasses. They are made out of the Borreo nylon that is sourced from fishing nets that were otherwise going to be cut free and tossed into the ocean. So really cool company, really cool collab between Borreo and Costa Del Mar, helping rescue those otherwise, they call them ghost nets. They would have just cut them free and they would have been floating around in the ocean, eventually settling on the bottom, not doing great things for wildlife or just the ecosystem in general. So 2 more items that I carry, or 3 more items that I carry with me on the regular. A knife from Benchmade. This is the bug out knife. I love it because it's super thin. You know, if it's in my pocket, it doesn't actually take up half the opening for me to get my hand in and out of my pocket. Obviously, I have a phone with me at all times. This was a normal phone case until I got really annoyed with all the plastic sticking on the outside. So I actually scraped all that stuff off of here. So if it looks like some sort of custom job, that's because, again, I was tinkering with things and messing them up. And then a wallet, which originally this wallet came from the good folks at Flowfold. Flowfold is a reclaimed sailcloth company. They sew these into nice bifold wallets. So I found a piece of leather and And I cut it out. I sewed the contents of the Flow Fold wallet, which is really nice and thin and nice to interact with, into this little leather exterior, so it looks a little nicer. And then I also have a reader that I take with me everywhere. This, I'm surprised that it made its way to last. I didn't talk about it first because this is my security blanket. This is my binky. This is just the Kindle Paperwhite with this Moco case that's on here, which I really like because it creates a stand for itself. Currently, I'm reading a couple books. One is The Darkest White, which is the story of Craig Kelly. Craig Kelly is credited with a lot of the formation of modern snowboarding, both from a style and just an aesthetic aspect. Okay, so that is everything that I carry on the daily, and then a little bit bump up of extra things if I'm traveling. Yeah, it's been a real joy sharing this with you. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you out there.